Well, good evening. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper. Sorry I'm about 18 minutes late. I got an important call just before I was getting ready to come on live. But I'm here now, and I hope you stuck around and are going to be watching me, because I've got some really cool things to share with you tonight. I got my pre-order earlier this week. With some of the products, I was a little conservative, but I have placed another order or two. One of the things that I got was this suite on stage. I had the Pay to Play used this designer series paper, and we got the Fern and Flora we bought along with the Pay to Play, the Fern and Flora and the Stampin' Fern and Flora dies. Let me show you these to you so that we can make cards there. So this is the stamp set, and what I have now discovered or decided is I'm going to stamp the image here, the images, and then I'm storing them with the hard plastic at the on top. That way I can actually see the words if I get them lined up right. So anyway, there's a really nice couple of several fern things. Saying this is, you make the world a better place. You're an amazing friend. Thanks for you and sincere thanks. And it has a little banner thing. So that is the stamp set. And because I don't like them being floppy like this, I put a piece of cardboard on the back so that it stands up. I'm not sure I will continue to do it forever because it makes them a little bit thicker. So that was the stamp set that's with this bundle, or this suite. And the dies. So you've got the ferns cut out, and then some butterflies, some sweet little butterflies, and some tiny flowers. The butterflies make individual butterflies. Also included in the suite are these lovely dewdrop embellishments. The colors are Old Olive, Secret Sea, and Clear. Put those back in their package. Come on. And there is an embossing folder, a fern embossing folder, which I did not order. I want to show you this beautiful, beautiful paper. Lots of flowers and ferns. So there's that. And this is the back side, very nice traditional pattern. Here's another fern pattern with the little white flowers in the back there, which is a nice Secret Sea coloring. There's this one with yellow flowers and the ferns in the back. And there's this one, big ferns with butterflies. And that's the back there. This one is leafy, with a nice yellow background. And this one has all of it, with the yellow flowers, the ferns, and all kinds, butterflies and everything. And the back is a petunia pop. Now this one I had cut down because I like to do this on the back so that at a glance I can see what the two sides are instead of having to flip through it all. I also like to write the colors that are in the designer series paper because this little print is really hard to read, so I write it up on top. But this one is to die for. I've already showed you the pattern, but I had to cut off this strip here. And this is so pretty, I'm tempted to put it into a 12 by 12 frame. Maybe put a little bit of a saying over here and put it on the wall because I love the color. I just love the coloring of this. I think it's gorgeous. So that is the fern and foliage. I believe that's what it's called. Let me check. It's called Moonlit Flora. And this says Moonlit Flora for sure. Okay, then I got all the new In Color stamp pads. These are magnetic. Look at that. See, you can stack them and they hold together. They separate like that, and you can stack them on top like that. They are felt, and so instead of, you kind of have to pat to get the ink onto your stamps instead of just squishing like with the foam ones. But they'll hold up better, I think. So we have Peaceful Pine, and I'm going to be using these two tonight. The colors, I want to kind of give you a comparison of the colors. This is the Wonderful Hydrangea Hues. It's a blue. I wanted you to see how it compares with our other blues. This blue is the old Seaside Spray that is retired. This one is Azure Afternoon. I think it is closest to the, in tone to the Seaside Spray. This is Azure Afternoon. This is Balmy Blue. And this is Cloud Cover. So it's really a color of its own, and I love it. I tried matching it up with purples. It doesn't go with purple at all, even though it has a hint of purple to it. This so Hydrangea Hue. Okay. The next color is Barely Blush. That's this one. And I tried to match it up with, it doesn't really go, where's the piece? Here are the two. So here's the Bubba Bath, and this is Blush Blossom. I can't remember the name all of a sudden, but this is Barely Blush. This is a new one, very light pink. Then another color, new color, is the Golden Glow. So I wanted to match it up with the, it doesn't go with any of these really. So let me get the yellows. So this is the Golden Glow. This is Daffodil Delight, Lemon Lolly, and Crushed Curry. No. Hold on a minute here. Golden Glow. I'm sorry. This is Golden Glow. This is Darling Duckling, Crushed Curry, Daffodil Delight. Where's Lemon Lolly? Anyway, Golden Glow. It's kind of orangey, but not quite. And this one is Peaceful Pine. And this is the Shaded Spruce, Old Olive, no, Garden Green, ooh, Mossy Meadow, and Old Olive. So you see, this one is quite a different bit. Peaceful Pine is kind of a gray green, but it goes lovely with the colors. So we have the Golden Glow, Peaceful Green. Get these out of here. Barely Blush, Hydrangea Hue, and the other one is Crisp Cantaloupe. And this is a returning in color. This is the old one here, and you can see, I can tell that there's a slight difference in color. I thought I could save it and use it, but there is a slight difference in between Crisp Cantaloupe and the old Crisp Cantaloupe. So those are the 5 new in colors. Let's see, what else do I have to show you? Well, I think the next suite is a big one. It is the well, for Pete's sake, where did my catalog go? Called Bloom Boutique. It comes with 2 sets of stamps, 2 bundles actually. Boutique Blossoms, which are flowers. And what's really unique about these is that the solid, you see how it is actually shaded, and then there's the outline one. So it's really, really cool. I don't know, can you see the stippling in it? So Boutique Blossoms, and the dies to go along with that. So they not only cut out, but they also can emboss with details in there. That is one of the sets of the bundles. The other one is Scalloped Blooms. And it's the words that go along with the other. Your kindness means so much. Wishing you a day of relaxation, happiness, and love, which goes great with a birthday, inside, outside. Thank you. Your kindness means so much. Thank you for being there for me. You're a blessing to me. Or thinking of you. So it's got some really nice, with a variety of fonts for the stamp set. And the dies are amazing. Look at all the scallop circles. Absolutely gorgeous. Then there is a couple of tags or labels. This one even has a little hole so you can have a string. So it's got a wide variety of things that you can do with it. Included in this suite, it's a big one, are these wonderful 2026-28 in color butterflies. And they come in 2 different sizes, with white, the hydrangea hue, the peaceful pines, the golden glow, and the barely blush. No, actually, this is the crisp cantaloupe. The barely blush is barely pink. You can barely tell it's pink. And then there's, again, the white. And then it comes with boxes. Window boxes. And this is what I want to show you tonight, how to make. No, before I do that, I want to show you the Designer Series paper, because it's to die for. So there's this side. There's this pattern. And this one. This one. Aren't they lovely? I just love these colors. These are all the in colors. The new in colors. But when you turn them over, they are embossed with gold. Isn't that pretty? Gold foil. This one with the little subtle gold dots in the centers of the flowers. This one with little tiny gold dots. Again, flower centers. Isn't that beautiful? And this one's just scattered dots throughout. That sold me on the suite, almost. Okay, so now to the box. It has window sheet over here, and this is food grade so that you could put a cookie in there. I had planned for Easter to put an Easter cookie deck that was decorated, but lo and behold, the store didn't have any cookies that were decorated, so I had to go with Lindor truffles. They're always a winner anyway. Now you could layer the whole thing. You could sponge the whole thing or color it with ink. What I've chosen to do is I want to lay this around here like this. And I've got to tell you, it's directional on the box here. And so what I did for the die, where's my die? Where are my dies? I made a mark. I can't see it very well, but I made a mark so that when I cut out the designer series paper, I cut it out to fit the box. Because if you turn it this way, it doesn't, it's very specific. That one would work. It would work that way pretty well. Anyway, I played around with it and found one way that would work best. So then I decided, okay, so I wanted it like this, and I thought, it'd be really pretty if this was pink in there. So what I did was, first off, I cut one that was like this, and then I was doing it around there like that, but I wasn't always getting to the edge. So then I decided, okay, so I will cut out a circle that is bigger than the whole thing. So the circle matches the outside edges of the scallops for a mask out of cardstock. And then you just, using a blending brush, just put your ink on there, like so. And yeah, it does get ink onto this cellophane. I had the great idea of taking the center, but that was too big. It would cover up. So then I got the next smaller one, and it was not big enough to fit in the circle. So you end up with something like that. Which, when you lay this over, shows perfectly the little pink edge. I'm going to get my other glue. Line it up about as evenly as you can. The square is 3.5 inches, and I cut the designer series paper at 3.25. So I would have just a small edge around there. Now, since there is ink on the window sheet, you have to polish it off. That looks pretty good. Okay, now stamped a little Happy Easter, and I needed a small one, so I went back to the old teeny tiny Wishes. This is a retired set. It was in the catalog 2009, 2010. Very old, but very useful because it has all of these different greetings Happy birthday, get well wishes, happy retirement for the newlyweds, Happy New Year, Happy Thanksgiving, Happy Halloween, just all kinds of ones. And I stamped it with the Peaceful Pines, and I'm going to put it on here. Just glue that on there. And the ribbon, did I put it away? I did. Ooh, my thing's coming apart. Well, let's get here straight. I made this really cool thing that helps to keep the ribbon under wraps. This ribbon is not part of the suite, but it's one of the new in colors, the Barely Blush. And I'm just going to make a little overhand knot. Because there's not a whole lot of room on the top of this box. Take my glue dot. These glue dots come from the Paper Pumpkin kits. You can buy regular glue dots out of the catalog, but they always give so many extras. And these are perfect for putting on ribbons and bows. Okay, now for the embellishments. What did I do with them? Here we go. I'm going to put a little butterfly right here. Green. I played around with the colors and discovered that for this pattern, the green showed up better than anything else. Okay, now to make the box. It's all scored for you already. All you have to do is just fold the score lines. And you could use a bone folder and make them really sharp if you really wanted to. But it's not really necessary. This is a good sturdy heavy cardstock. So you fold up the sides, and there's a little tab here, and it goes into that slot. And that helps to hold the side in. Then you fold this over. Come and get back down there. And it has also tabs that go into those slots. So there's the front, and it's there. Now, to fill it, I have these Lindor truffles. This one is carrot cake filling. It's chocolate, but it tastes like carrot cake, and it is to die for. And then this one was Neapolitan, like Neapolitan ice cream. So fold this over. down. There you go. You got yourself a treat box. Easy. And when I first got the suite, I went, you know what? I don't think I'm probably going to use these. But it came just in time for Easter. I have a bell choir with 5 members, 5 ringers in it, and there comes 8 in the package. So I have one for each of the 5 members, and then I have one for each of my co-workers. So it worked out really, really, really well. Thank you for watching. This is Sue, the Soggy Stamper again. If you have any questions, email me at sue@soggystamper.com. My blog is www.soggystamper.com. If you need any supplies, probably the easiest way to get to my store is to go to my blog, soggystamper.com, click on the upper right hand button that says Shop 24/7, and it'll take you right to the store. The store's name is creationsbysue.stampinup.net. That's the email. It's rather complicated. I'll put this video up on my YouTube channel, The Soggy Stamper, probably tomorrow afternoon. And so that's it. Thank you for watching. Have a wonderful, blessed Easter day tomorrow. Talk to you next Friday. Bye-bye.